And so you just become homeless.
Because I thought I had corona, but I didn't have it on it.
So you didn't have corona.
Yeah.
So then that excuse is out the window.
That's when I got in trouble.
So you were just homeless basically because you wanted to be homeless.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 12005, State of Texas versus Matthew Andrew Hidrago. Could I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Adrian Pettis.
And your client needs to be in the center, sir. Are you Andrew Hidrago?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, on June 30th, you entered a plea of no contest to the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the state is proceeding on counts 1 and 2. There's punishment to be assessed at a cap of 5 years. There's $2,500 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and the state is silent on your application. And there is a no contact order that's outside the agreement. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any objections, state,
No, Your Honor.
defense?
Your Honor.
All right, are there any witnesses, state,
No, Your Honor.
defense, any witnesses?
Yes, I'll call the defendant.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All right.
Your Honor.
You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Matthew Andrew Drogo.
All right, defense.
Mr. Hidrago, we're here asking the court for probation, deferred adjudication today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be asking you some questions. I'd like you to answer them directly and truthfully, okay? At the time of this offense, you were homeless, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And make sure you speak out loud.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And looking through the PSI, I suspect that you've been homeless for quite some time. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You have, respectfully, you have an extensive criminal history, particularly with respect to misdemeanors, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it appears that most of those were for theft or criminal trespass.
Yes, sir.
Is that because you were homeless during those times?
Yes, sir.
You do have some felonies, but it looks like you've never been to GDC, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've been to state jail, however, on 3 times.
Yes, sir.
And were those for offenses related to your homelessness as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long in your life, give or take, have you been homeless?
Maybe like 10 years, sir.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
No, sir, just I'm an adult, corona hit me and my family, and I became homeless.
Okay. Now, there's a few things that I want to speak to that the PSI addresses, okay? Now, in the PSI, you frankly, you deny committing the offense, correct? You state that you were acting in self-defense.
Yes, sir.
However, you chose to plead to this and not proceed to jury trial because you did not feel the jury would believe your defense. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I spoke to you about that again this morning. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you persist that you do not want a jury trial because of the fact that you don't believe the jury will believe your defense. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Also, the PSI mentions that you are a confirmed gang member. And to that, how do you respond?
No, sir, I'm not confirmed.
If the judge gives you deferred adjudication, you're potentially looking at let me start over. They're just saying that you have to be careful what you ask for. And potentially, if the judge gives you deferred adjudication and you violate that deferred adjudication, the court could at that time sentence you up to 20 years in prison versus the 5 years, which is the maximum today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you understand that if you are asking for deferred adjudication and you get it, you better do everything that's asked of you. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna be able to do what's asked of you, especially considering the fact that you've been essentially homeless for the last 10 years?
Yes, sir.
Would you remain homeless if the court gives you deferred adjudication, or do you have plans?
No, sir, I got a place to stay
Where?
with my mom.
Okay. Respectfully, why have you not stayed with her up to now?
Because I was trying to look for a job, but I was homeless, so I just stayed roaming the streets, just try to keep her safe from corona, because I probably thought I had corona too. But I guess I don't have it. Yeah.
So, but going forward, if you're given an opportunity on deferred adjudication, you've decided and your mom has agreed that you'll reside with her.
Yes, sir.
How will you be able to make your meetings with probation?
I'll try to look for a job and just do everything probation asks me, like whatever they ask me.
What type of work are you able to do?
Probably a temporary service jobs like pay setters and stuff like that.
Pay setters?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's like a temporary service.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of jobs have you had in the past?
I was working a little bit at a job called Amigos, 26 in West Commerce. It's like they do beans and stuff for the HEBs and stuff.
Like food service?
Yes, sir.
So you would be able to do food service work
Yes, sir.
and okay. Is there a number of different types of jobs that you're able to do?
I could do jobs.
Okay. The PSI, specifically the TAP, does not show that any drug treatment is necessary at this time. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
You don't have a substance abuse disorder.
No, sir.
Is there anything else you want the court to know?
No, sir.
I'll pass. Stay silent and I'll pass the witness.
State, do you have any questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Sir, Mr. Gerardo, the 2 times that you were given felony probation, you were given probation, but then you were revoked off your probation. Is that correct? One in 2009 for burglary of a building. Do you recall that?
I can't remember what. I think so, yes, sir.
And then also evading arrest second, back in 2014. You were revoked in 2014 and revoked in 2009. Do you recall that?
Can't remember. Yes, sir. I think so.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
No questions, Karen.
All right, I have a few questions. What gang are they alleging that you belong to?
Oh, they're trying to say I'm a Sureño, Sureño
Why would they say that?
13, because they said I had a 13 on my stomach. They said I was a Sureño, but I'm not.
What's significant about the number 13 for you that you would tattoo it on your stomach?
It's just like I don't got it tattooed. It was just like a number I got when I was younger. But it's like a lucky number. It's not a gang thing. Like it's different stuff. It's just a number for like.
So why all the numbers would you put that on there?
Because it's for my name, Matthew. It's M2 for middle initial Matthew. Just a lucky number 13. I'm not affiliated, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't know many people who just put 13 on their bodies because they think it's lucky. Unless they're gambling, and I don't think 13 is a lucky number when you gamble. All right, so why is it you can't hold a job for longer than 6 months?
Because I was trying to apply for SSI checks, Your Honor.
SSI for what?
Mental disability. When I was in school, I was getting SSI checks. I was in behavior improvement, special ed classes when I was growing up.
There are a lot of people who are in special ed classes. They don't qualify for SSI. So again, we're back to this point because what you told your attorney was COVID hit and all these other things happened And that is why you were homeless.
Yes, Your Honor.
But I don't know how you can not be homeless if you're only working 6 months at a time. So again, we're back to the question of why is the longest job you've ever had has been for 6 months?
Because I had it for 6 months and then I stopped and just became homeless.
So basically your homelessness was a choice because you stopped working at whatever job you had. You stopped working at 6 months.
I tried to get SSI too, Your Honor.
No, you don't. So what ends up happening is you have a job for 6 months. Did you have a bank account?
Oh, Your Honor.
So you have a job for 6 months, you have no savings, and you decide to quit your job in the hopes of getting SSI.
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't, and you end up homeless.
Yeah, I didn't get it because they had me on hold. They said I signed out the papers and everything, but they said it would take anywhere from like a year. So I was waiting for like a year, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Drago, I'm focusing on why you're homeless because you're making it seem as though you're homeless because things happened to you, not because you did certain things. So it appears to the court, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, you're homeless because you wanted to be homeless. You had a job, you have been working it for 6 months, you decide to quit that job, you have no money in your bank account, and so you just become homeless.
Because I thought I had corona, but I didn't have it, Your Honor.
So you didn't have corona,
Yeah.
so then that excuse is out the window.
That's when I got in trouble.
So you were just homeless basically because you wanted to be homeless.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now let's get to the next question. So the complainants in this case, were they eating at a restaurant?
No, Your Honor, they're pulling up to a restaurant.
All right, so they're pulling up to a restaurant and you disturb them, asking them for money to support you, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you're homeless and you don't want to work. So you want to get money from people who are trying to just go to a restaurant and enjoy their meal in peace, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, how old is your mother?
My mother, she's like 50 something. I'm not so sure, Your Honor.
All right, so you don't know how old your mother is. What's her date of birth?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Do you know what month she was born in?
Oh, Your Honor.
Do you know what day it is?
It's 4/27.
So you're saying she was born in April?
I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know when she was born. I don't know. She's like 56, 57.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 37.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing from the state.
Anything else? Any other questions?
No questions, Judge, but I am asking that you give them a chance for deferred adjudication. If not, I'm asking that you respectfully consider the minimum 2-year TDC sentence.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to say, Mr. Idrago?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty in count 1 and count 2. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison in each count. Each count will run concurrent. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Isreak, Isreak, Nirakes, Nirakes, and Emmanuel. Is this spelled correctly in here? Because it's being spelled as Emmanuele. I'm sorry, Ley. Just one moment. I don't think that's spelled correctly.
What is written in the indictment, Your Honor? It's Emmanuel.
So there's to be no contact with Emmanuel Morales. And that's Morales. There's a $2,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Sir, I know.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Drago, when you get out, you need to make better choices. Get employed. If we want stuff, we have to work for it. I know people think it's okay to come up to people and ask them for money, but sometimes people don't want to be bothered. They're just trying to spend time with their family. You understand?
Yeah.
Good luck. I have Charles Jones, but she included Melvin. All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 2984, State of Texas versus Charles Jones. And to the clerk, can you give me another page? There's no room to write on this. All right, thank you. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 2984, State of Texas versus Charles Lee Jones. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Debbie Priest on behalf of the state, Your Honor.
Defense,
Russell Mitchell for Mr. Jones.
are you Mr. Jones?
ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge, and did.
All right, court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Jones, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? No, go ahead. Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your charge of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you. Thank you. And you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is.
Mr. Jones, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Counsel, I'm sorry. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 9 months in the state jail facility. The state is silent on your application. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
Sorry, Judge.
Have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
At this time, the state introduces its state's exhibit number 1 and all of its attachments.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Everyone, when we're on the record, if you're sitting behind the court reporter, you need to ask the deputy to move you down at the end. All right. Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. All right, counsel, is there a reason the offer is a cap of 9 months? Does your client have criminal history?
He does, Judge. That's why we were asking for a PSI.
All right, and what is his criminal history?
Your Honor, I believe he had a prior trip of 7 years TDC on
That was
a
in
couple of cases.
2004, no, even before that,
Okay, for what?
manufactured or possession of certain chemicals with intent to manufacture.
I know one of them was bail jumping judge and there was other couple of them. It was a possession case, Your Honor.
All right, so the other one is a possession as well?
Possession case and a jumping bail, and he failed to appear several times on this case, Your Honor. That's why we,
Okay, and there's no possession with intent to deliver, is there?
no, not on this case, Your Honor.
All right, so when we were here in July, I know you were not the attorney, but it says that the defendant had a pending unindicted drug case.
Yeah, I believe they've all been resolved at this.
He did, Judge, but they were dismissed.
Okay, all right, thank you. So do you waive PSI? Counsel, are you waiving PSI? All right. So Mr. Jones, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'll be clean, Your Honor.
All right, when's the last time you used?
October 15th of last year, of this year, no, last year. Got nearly 6 months clean.
All right, are you in some type of treatment program?
I just go to meetings,
You just what?
go to the meetings. I have
Okay.
been going when I can.
Okay. All right, are you employed?
No, ma'am, I'm just signed up for my disability.
Okay, and what's your disability?
I've got a bad heart. And ever since I had COVID 2 times, my lungs are messed up. And there's other stuff. I got PTSD. I've been shot in the head and everything, all kinds of stuff.
All right, how old are you?
60, fixing me 61.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm sorry, one of the questions, do you have any grandchildren or children that live with you?
No,
Do you have any grandchildren?
yes, I do have 4.
What are their ages?
One is 9 months and the oldest one is, he's in 7th grade.
Okay. All right, do they visit you?
I visit them, yeah, we visit.
All right,
They
and
live
you're,
7 hours away.
all right, is there anyone who visits them with you? Are you with them by yourself or?
No, usually their mom's there and my sister.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court has found you guilty. The court will sentence you to 9 months in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. I'm going to ask you to continue to do his meetings. And I'm going to want 90 meetings. Well, not 90 meetings. I'm going to want you to do one NA or AA meeting per week until further notice. Now, if you need to do more than one meeting, how many meetings were you doing?
I've been going like just once every couple of weeks, but at my house is like a meeting.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna do a meeting a week. If you need to do more than one meeting a week to remain clean and sober, you can do that.
I'm never going to use again.
Okay, we're gonna do a TAP evaluation. If the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment or either supportive outpatient treatment, only follow through with the supportive outpatient treatment if he ends up testing positive. And we'll start with supportive out treatment. I'm going to want regular reporting. That's by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs, or you can do the patch. The patch costs more, but there's less time constraints with it because they put the patch on you and tell you when you need to come in to have it removed, but it's costs more. So you can either do regular UAs or you can do the patch. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And state, you can count the field visit as his reporting. if you want to do it that way. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So you can still have contact with your grandchildren, but there has to be another adult there.
Well, this-
Okay. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And if you have not been approved for SSI by the time that 45 days arrives, he needs to have present documentation to probation what his status is on the SSI. And if there is an issue probation where you feel he's not doing what he needs, either to get his SSI or either to get employment, just report it to the court. If you feel that probation is not answering your concerns or addressing something, then I'm here from Monday through Friday, okay? All right, probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Hmm.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Jones, also, while you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. You understand? All right, good luck to you, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Probation will go over conditions. Court is calling 2022 CR 11246, State of Texas versus Devontae Pollard. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Deborah Scantenberg.
All right, and probation, there's no application on this case. Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pollard, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor, we're proceeding on count one, waiving count two.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Pollard, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of theft, $2,500 to $30,000 enhanced as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days in the state jail facility and up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call on the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pollard, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count one. Punishment is be assessed at 18 months in the state jail facility, $1,000 fine, no applications. Taking consideration 2022 CR 11235. And this is to run concurrent with cause number F50589 out of Johnson County, Texas. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
And where is Johnson County?
Cleveland, Texas.
All right, Cleveland, Texas. I'm trying to, work on my geography. All right, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor, state exhibit number one with all this attachment.
No objection.
All right, state you may be excused. Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Second one, I do yes with dismissal.
After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Your Honor, yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I hope you will follow our plea agreement, Your Honor.
All right, the court will sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. There's $1,000 fine, time and money will run concurrent. Take in consideration 2022 CR 11235. This is run concurrent with F50589 in Johnson County. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
28.
You got to change your life. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in and out of the prison, and you're going to wake up and a majority of your life is going to be over. Don't be the person who's at the prison where somebody says, how does this place run? And they say, oh, you need to ask the oldest person here. We call him Grandpa Pollard. Don't let that be you, okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, good luck. Thank you. Good seeing you, Ms.
Burke.
Burke. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, who's here on James Lopez? All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 7594B, State of Texas versus Jason Lopez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Larry Meadows for the defendant.
Are you Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Jason Lopez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 7594B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on April 4th, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Violated condition number 1 on or about the 26th day of September 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Jason Lopez, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Judge State waives all the violations.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Judge, there is an agreement. It's to alter and amend to include anger management course. Additionally, the defendant is going to take a plea in the misdemeanor court regarding that new assault.
And what cause number is that?
That would be, I had it written down. Give me one moment, Judge. I'll go get it.
Sure. All right, is that your agreement?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Lopez, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jason Lopez.
All right, so you're agreeing to enter a plea in cause number 693-624?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what is your anger issue? Why are you angry?
Well, at the time that I had caused that, I was just in the wrong, I was with the wrong people. So I got into an altercation, so, but I really don't have any anger management, but I am willing to take that anger management path.
All right, what's the name of the people you had issue with?
I really don't know their name.
Judge, it was a complainant. It was someone that one of his family members knew, and it was just a verbal disagreement between, I believe it was a family member and this person, and that kind of what started everything.
All right, court will follow your agreement, deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include anger management. All other conditions will remain. All right, we can go off the record. So this is what you need to understand. You're on deferred adjudication. Do you know how much time you could be sent to prison for?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much time?
I believe it's 2 to 10.
Yeah, so I could send you to prison up to 10 years. So from now on, everything that you do, every action that you take, every place you go to, your first question should be, if I do this, is there a chance that a motion to revoke may be filed and I may be going to prison for 10 years? If the answer is yes, or maybe, you shouldn't do it. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Good seeing you back, counsel. Good seeing you back. We've been missing you. Court is calling 2022 CR 4056, State of Texas versus Jose Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
for the defense?
Michael Collins, Your Honor.
All right, and are you Mr. Ramirez? All right, you entered a plea on January 23rd. And then it was set for a PSI. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishments be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There are no applications for deferred, and the state is recommending community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection?
No objection, just a clarification, Your Honor.
Yes.
On page 7, I believe, Your Honor. In the middle paragraph, talks about his alcohol use and some other things.
Yes.
What he reports to me is that, yes, he relapsed and started drinking again in February 23, but he says that was a one-time thing where a neighbor or so was having a barbecue and he had several beers. So he was being very honest, Your Honor, but it's not like, it wasn't like he went back to the 6 to 12 a day that he was doing years before, Your Honor.
Okay.
Second of all, on his methamphetamine use, he says he has stopped that, and he stopped that in October 22. Hasn't had any since, Your Honor. And then finally, on his marijuana, Your Honor, he will admit that about 2 weeks ago, he smoked some marijuana. Is that right?
All right. How old are you?
39.
All right. Why are you smoking marijuana?
I'm feeling stupid.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm feeling crazy.
I can't hear you.
I don't know.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give would be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. You have to speak up. What's your name?
What's that?
Jose?
Ramirez.
All right, Mr. Ramirez, why are you using marijuana? I'm sorry?
I was talking with my friends. I used to smoke.
All right, these are not your friends. If they have you not saying to you, don't smoke marijuana, you have to attend court. You understand? They're not your friends. So are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
Here in the model apartments and do carpet. Flooring.
All right, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Yeah.
What you think?
Used to was smoke marijuana.
All right, so what we're going to do before I finish with this, we're going to do a drug test today. Okay. Probation, I need a drug test on Mr. Ramirez, please. Is there anything you want to say before we do the drug test?
No.
Okay, all right, we're going to do a drug test. It'll be fairly quick.
You want to stick around, or we're coming back, let's say.
Oh, he's going to do it. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. Do you
Okay.
need a drink of water? Okay, all right, they'll get it done.